The only thing to do now is format the date. So let's create a function overload with TypeScript. So essentially, I want to have a function overload in the helper of format date. So I'll just add this in underneath. So this is a TS function overload. So this would seem a little weird at first, but what happens is you declare a function multiple times and take in different types of arguments. So essentially, first argument is going to be called export function of format date, which is a function that can take in a date that is of type number. So that is in our case is the type number, and then it will return a string. The second one is pretty much the same, but now we are returning a date this time. So the type is date, and then again returns a string. And then what we want to do now is we want to type check this. So export function of format date, and this time it's going to take in an argument of, let's call it arg1, and this type is going to be of unknown. And then what this function will do is it will return a string once again, but this time we're going to have the parentheses, and then we're going to check for the type of arg1 this time, and we're going to see if it's a number we want to do something, if it's a date we want to do something. So it's already kind of given it me here, so we can first of all, if type of arg1 is equal to a number, so if the date is basically a number, or arg1 is a number, because at this moment in time it's unknown, so we don't know what it is, then we want to do something in here. So I'm going to put in a comment in here. So, and also I want to put in a comment in at the top as well. So this is doing the type check at runtime and not build time or compile time. So this is very important to understand. And then what we want to do is, if it is of type number, we want to convert Unix timestamp to date below to a date. So I've got the blocker code in here. So let's just bring that in as the return. So paste that in like so, and we could chain it on like this and check do multiple if checks, but in my case what I want to do is just do an else block, because there's only two arguments it's going to be of type number, or it's going to be of type date in here. So the second argument, what I'm going to do is bring in the functionality in here. So const today's date is going to be a new date to locale string of the US. You could do whatever you want in there. And then what happens is this second argument of to locale string, you can see here you get year, month, day, week, day, hour, and so on. And then if you hover over it, you can have the options, the union types of numeric, 2 digits, or undefined. So you can select what you essentially want in here, like that. So now that is the function overload complete. So what we are doing is we're checking the type of arg1. At the minute it's unknown. It could be a number or it could be a date, and then it will return whatever the type of is in here. So if it is a number, it will return time only, or if it's a date, then it will return today's date, like so. So now all I need to do is get this format date in here, and then go into my contact list, and then where we got the time in seconds, I just need to wrap it in format date in here, and then all I do is import it in from the helper. So now if I save, the date should now be working correctly. So let's just double check that out in the browser. And I click here. You can see here now the date's showing in the exact same correct way.